When people thought about your specific industry, they thought about you. For most entrepreneurs, you're just too quiet. You cannot afford to be the best kept secret in your market. Authority attracts money. So you need for your reputation to start closing deals for you because that's stepping into true authority. Today, we're answering the question, how do I become the go to expert in my niche? And the answer is what we're going to talk about, market authority. And this is coming from this week's blog, which is on how to position your business for six-figure growth. Okay. So if you want to talk about, read along with this positioning, go to the blog at shaycannon.com/position. That is shaycannon.com/position. Because what we have been talking about all week is positioning your brand and your business for six-figure growth. And we have gone beyond the things that you are usually told over and over again. Like, I really put some think power into this thing to give you some things to start doing, and some mindset shifts that you need to start making. Okay, so if you don't know, positioning is the deliberate way that you as an entrepreneur can define and present your business and brand so that the right people instantly see its value, trust its ability to deliver, and choose you over any other option. All right, now part one was all about positioning your offer and pricing power. If you want to know more about that and have 10 strategies on how to do it, go back to part one that was on Monday. All right. Part two of this positioning was positioning perception through brand experience. I gave you 10 ways to do it. So go back to part two to find out more about that. Yesterday, part three in positioning, we were going to position your visibility to create more demand. Okay. We gave you 10 ways to do that. Go to yesterday. That was part three. Today, we are closing out this series about positioning, and this is all about market authority. Okay. Again, we are answering the question, how do I become the go to expert in my niche? Because again, when you are the go to expert, when you have built authority, you are basically going to be able to print money. Okay. So, market authority and positioning is about becoming the definitive, trusted voice in your niche, the one your audience looks to for guidance, expertise, and solutions before they consider anyone else. It's the level of recognition where you have so much credibility that, again, you have established this reputation that does the heavy lifting before you even start selling. You are attracting clients and opportunities before you even start pitching and asking, just based on your authority. So for entrepreneurs like you, this is a powerful growth driver because authority creates leverage. It opens doors to recognition that further, no, it opens doors to high value clients. I don't skip the line. Premium speaking and partnership opportunities, media, and even industry recognition that further cements your status. So, when your market views you as the go to authority, you gain influence over buying decisions, command higher pricing without pushback, and enjoy a consistent flow of leads who are already pre-sold on your value. And that's what we want. We want people to come to us and we're not convinced. And in fact, you're already pre-sold. So this not only accelerates revenue growth, but also builds a sustainable foundation for long-term success. Okay. Now, that's what's in the blog. But here on the morning show, yeah, I give you more. So I got your 10 strategies today. And again, I had to dig in because we going past those normal positionings of being a market authority because you speak or because you're on podcast or because you are a contributing writer and all these things we have talked about before. So I dug deep. And so I got you the top 10 strategies to position your brand as a market authority. And these are some of these things I don't feel like you heard before. So I'm hoping to introduce you to some new strategies. Okay. Now, strategy number one is not uncommon, but it is definitely not done enough. People know they should do it, but they forget to do it. So be the translator of complexity. Okay. You want to build market authority. You want people to understand you know what you're talking about. When we're talking about clients, that is a different language than when you're talking about other practitioners. So other practitioners in your industry, they understand the jargon. They understand the high level theories and strategies, but your clients do not. So if you want to be a market authority to people who will pay you to solve their problems, you got to speak differently. So break down technical, overwhelming, and abstract concepts into clear, actionable information that your audience can use immediately. Simple, what is it? Simplicity signals mastery. Okay, simplicity signals mastery. Now, when you got those people that love to use big words, but they can't ever break it down and tell you what it means, most of those people are regurgitating things that they've heard. Okay, or they've learned something, but they haven't learned it past how they learned it. They can't break it down to you in a different way, right? So we definitely want to learn how to be the interpreter for our clients because we want them to understand. We want them to not your job is not to make them feel dumb. Your job is to empower them to understand the solutions and understand the problem so they can understand that they need you. All right? Cool beans. Number 2, notable client portfolio. You can strategically feature well known and highly respected clients you work with, leveraging their reputation to boost your own. There's a transference of reputation. When someone who has a high profile reputation has hired you, you immediately get a transference of increased reputation for people who know them but don't know you. Okay. Now, let me tell you something about this. Some of y'all have people that you follow. You have some high profile people in your network. You know you can help them, but you're afraid to approach them. Let me tell you how one of the first things I'm willing to do is approach somebody that is an influencer in my space and see how I can bring value to them, how I can go and work for you. Maybe it's low cost, maybe it's free, but I know that I'm going to be able to leverage having worked with you, right? Because just like internships, it don't matter if you are paid, if you got the experience, if you got the relationship, then you're telling the truth when you say I have worked here or I have worked for this person. So don't underestimate having a partnership that you know that you're going to have a transference of high profile reputation because you work with them. Okay, now I don't mean that you strapped to a desk under arrest for years to come, that you are giving these people free stuff. That's not it. Be strategic, give it a deadline, be impactful, make the agreement that you will be able to use their name and that type of thing. Okay. Number 3, industry award pursuits. Okay. Proactively apply for and win awards in your niche. Even smaller niche specific recognitions build authority and social proof. We need to do a better job, we, myself included, of paying attention to when people in our niche are winning awards. Okay, they might have won it this year, but now that we know about the award, we need to figure out how to apply for the next year. Okay, it is a whole bunch of niches out there that have a whole bunch of awards and recognitions that are given. And because we're not seeking these things out, we're not achieving them. It's not that we're not achieving them because we're not worthy, but how can you achieve something you don't know about? So now you need to go and apply for it. Okay. So start paying attention. In your niche, what kind of awards are they getting? Like right now, I think Inc. 5000 is starting to come out. Well, at some point, I need to be trying to figure out how to apply for Inc. 5000 because I know doggone well I qualify. So that's on me to make sure that I understand what is needed, what are the dates, and let me get on in there. Okay. So, same thing for you guys. Number 4, build social proof in public. I need y'all to stop again being the best kept secret. Some of y'all have great testimonials. Some of y'all have great proof that what you say you can do, people have said that you've done it for them. So showcase testimonials, client results, and success stories openly, consistently. Public proof builds trust faster than private claims. Okay, so I don't care if you only got 5, then that means we need to be trying to fill up the first 5 months of the year talking about this same client testimonial in different ways. Okay, let's get it done. Let's get it out there. Number 5, Educational workshop series. You guys are experts. You need to start hosting some educational type series. They can be workshops, they can be challenges, they can be whatever you want it to be, okay? But you need to get out there some type of teaching mechanism, because that's what an expert can do. An expert can teach you, right? So host in person or virtual type of educational events, specialized topics in your field, positioning you as an educator. Uh, and let me tell you, it don't always have to be for your clients, right? You can do some kind of educational event for other practitioners, but you share it in your on your social where clients can see it. That's still building authority. Okay. So maybe you say, like I have just recently done, I'm talking to y'all about AEO, right? We're all content creators. I was talking to you on a content creator level about AEO. I wasn't even talking to you as an expert, but we're just having a conversation about it. You don't think that my other clients saw all of that? You don't think that they're like, oh, Shay is ahead of the game with this thing, right? So start educational series, and again, it could be with other practitioners or it could be for your clients. Number 6, membership in exclusive industries. Okay. Well, I shouldn't say industry associations, industry bodies, industry organizations. Okay. So join elite professional organizations and boards where you are involved, signaling high level expertise and credibility. So almost every industry has some type of association or professional group aligned with it. Now, if you're in the type of industry that there is not some type of association with it, you know what you can do? You can build it. You can build it. Get with some other people and start to say, hey, we want to do, you don't even have to call it association, but we want to get together as a group, as an organized body of people, okay? So that we can learn more, so that we can share together, so that we can go get opportunities together, so that we can talk about the trends and industry news and all of this kind of thing. So if it's not out there, created. But most of us are in an industry where it is already created. So we need to reach in there and add to the conversation, add to the expertise with our genius. All right. Number 7. Heather said, just had this conversation yesterday about forming an association of truly independent news creators. Yep, let me tell you. And then the thing about when you create groups is groups have more power than you as individuals, right? I've spoken to you guys about an example of independent pharmacies coming together as a group, and now they have bigger buying power. Right. I want you to think about some of the big groups that whether it be the Bar Association or the AMA, the Medical Association. When people come together, that's when they start to have advocates, and they can get insurance cheaper, and they have better buying power to get discounts and things like that. So it behooves you, okay, to either be a part of an association or create one and start recruiting more people to be a part of it. Number 7, decision maker toolkit. Decision maker toolkit. Create a free high value tool designed specifically for executives, investors, or decision makers of your niche. Okay. We're building authority with this top tier helpful resource. Okay. So, for example, just like I said, you can teach your clients or you can teach practitioners. Whoever is the decision maker in the group that is your ideal client, you need to create something for them, right? For example, some of you want corporate contracts, but the CEO is not the person that you would contact for that contract. That's not their job. Somebody under them does that job. But what if you created a resource for the CEO to help them to get more value out of whatever it is that you do? Okay, so now you're signifying that you are the go-to person of that niche, and even though they're not the one that is the underling making that decision, they can now push that information down. Okay, so start thinking about who is a decision maker and what helpful resource could I make for them, so that they understand that I am an authority, I am the expert. Okay, number 8, selective controversy positioning. Now, Heather's going to love this one, okay? So, take a strong stand on polarizing industry topics that align with your values, ensuring that you own the conversation in your space, right? So, when AI came along, were you adverse to it and were you loud about it? Were you like, hey, this is helpful? Were you loud about it? Like, whatever is going on that is affecting your niche in your industry, step up and be loud about what your view is that is aligned with your mission and your vision. People are going to listen. Don't make me remind you that that's how cults start. Yeah, y'all be like, oh, them people sound crazy. But guess what? They were saying the same crazy thing over and over again consistently until they started to make sense to some folks. Okay? So you need to figure out what your point of view is and be consistent with it. And when things pop up that go against what you believe, you need to be loud and proud about it. Okay? That's market authority. Now, number 9, public state of the niche address. I try to get a bunch of my clients to do one of these every year. Now, this is a little different than you talking about the trends or your predictions. So this is going a little deeper about the state of your niche. Okay. So for me, it might be the state of small business, right? Or it might be the state of service-based businesses. Okay. It might be the state of online service-based businesses owned by BIPOC women. You know what I'm saying? So host an annual live stream or report that releases where you're delivering almost like a keynote type content about your industry. I'm talking about the entire industry that you're in. So you can do things like summarize insights, talk about the positives, talk about some of the pitfalls, and do some forecasting. Okay, not trends, but just maybe some forecasting based on the stuff that you see. Okay, cool beans. Number 10, thought leader in residence programs. Okay, partner with an organization that has authority to serve as their official resident expert for something for a term. You don't have to do it forever, just at least for a term. Okay, creating some type of relationship and association with that brand. So for me, being all about business growth, I can easily say that as an award-winning fractional chief operating officer for some of these business programs, I can step in and have office hours as a fractional COO to help their members with operations. Right. And so maybe I go into a Zoom every Wednesday from 2 to 4, and then the members can come into the Zoom. Okay. But figure out how you can go be the expert thought leader in residence for bigger programs with authority. Yesterday, I showed you how I did an association with a global marketing program where I stepped in residence be a speaker coach. And I'm talking about a speaker coach for people who speak, right? They just didn't know how to speak to this audience. And so I'll never forget getting pushback from this guy. He was from, he's from Harvard. He's not from the US. And, when I was giving him feedback, and he was like, that's a very Western point of view. I said, no, it's the point of view of somebody that paid a lot of money for a program, and you're speaking above their understanding. And so therefore they're not getting value. So, at first he was a little upset, right? But then he calmed down, and now he follows me on LinkedIn because he got a great, refreshing, he was received well taking my advice. So you can easily go and be in resident expert for somebody else with authority. Keep in mind, everything we're talking about today is meant to raise our authority in our market. Okay? Hoobing, let's go to our question of the day. Let me grab this. I'm going to drop it in the studio. All right, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to drop it on YouTube. Okay, cool beans. Now, we're going to start with Dr. LaFera, but I'm going to go back through and give you a recap of the 10 strategies. So get ready. The question of the day is, which 2 strategies would work great for positioning your brand as one of the market authorities, making you have, making you have to compete with, that shouldn't say that. So making you not compete with anybody when it comes to your offer. And do you have any obstacles that might that to implementing it. Okay, I messed up my little question and then got confused. All right, let's go to the top 10 strategies again without all the extra. Number one, be the translator of complexity. Break stuff down. Okay. Number two, have a notable client portfolio that you are sharing. Don't have notable clients now? Go get some, even if you have to do it at a lower price or free for a finite amount of time. Okay. Number three, industry award pursuits. We need to be applying for more and more awards in our marketplace. Okay. Number four, build social proof in public. Continue to get those testimonials, but also consistently share them. Number five, educational workshop series, or just say educational series. You need to start teaching on a regular basis so that people understand that you're such an expert that you can share how to do things. This can be on the client level, or it can be on the practitioner level, or you can mix it up. Number six, membership in an exclusive industry organization. Okay. Again, if there's not an association or professional organization within your niche, create one. Number seven, decision maker toolkit. Create some type of resource for the decision makers amongst your ideal clients. Number eight, selective controversy positioning. See, this is why we should have a mission and a vision. There's something about what we do that we should believe in. So when there is something out there that is an opposing view, we should be loud and proud about going against it. Okay, number nine, the public state of the niche address. So for me, I said I could do state of business growth or something like that. So state of the niche address. Number 10, thought leader in residence program, or thought leader or expert in residence program. Go to somebody's authority program, okay? Somebody program that is well known and authority in your marketplace, and volunteer yourself, okay? To be an expert, and again, make that a finite amount of time. Cool. Let's go to Dr. LaFera. Dr. LaFera, let me see if I can get this question right for you. Which two strategies would work great for positioning your brand as one of the market authorities, making you have little to no competition for your offer? And what obstacles might you have to implementing that?
Good morning. I would, the one that I possibly would choose is to, no, I must have scrolled down. It's the one where, I'm being, I have a selective, controversial position. I think that's number 8,
Yeah.
about what's happening in my industry. So like for women over 40 struggling with a lot of things that people expect them to struggle with and don't really offer support traditionally. Like the for me, I guess the positioning would be like the first line for you is not to go get some hormones, it's to figure out what threw your body into the stress cycle.
Mm-hmm.
You may
I like
need,
it.
yeah,
And
so
I
I
heard
guess
you
that would
say
be it.
one before too, Dr. LaFera. That one when you said, all those symptoms that you are going through are not because of the aging.
Yeah,
I was
some of
like,
them are
whoa,
autoimmune. Some of them are
whoa.
autoimmune. Yeah,
Yeah, so let people know that, like, cause certain things it had just been drilled into our head that once we reach a certain age, that's why we're dealing with certain things. When really it's that we're not doing the things we need to do to not feel those things at those ages. So yeah, I love that for you. Cool beans. Let's go to Dr. Latoya Davis. Which two strategies would work great for positioning your brand as one of the market authorities, making you have less competition or no competition? And would you have any obstacles to implementing them?
Yes, no obstacles. I think I've been conscious about collecting the testimonials. Now it's about sharing them consistently, one step
Okay.
at a time, right? But yay, I got them now. Now I just have to share them. So I think that would probably be like one of my really the big game changer, for
Mm-hmm.
kind of shifting perception in the marketplace. And then the other one, which I'm doing, is the teaching. But
Yeah.
wait, no, there was another one you said that I wanted to actually implement. What was it? Ooh, I forgot. Okay, never mind.
No problem. Put it in the chat if you remember while we're still on. Cool beans. Let's go to Shawana Kennedy, Kennedy Media. Which two strategies would work great for positioning your brand as one of the market authorities, making it hard for people to compete with you and your offer? And do you have any obstacles to implementing them?
No obstacles. Me too, being better about showing the social proof, as well as even going for more awards, because I actually do have a few. They they not positioned where they need to be to do what they need to be doing and go after more.
Love it. Love it. I want to see it. I want to see it. Dr. Toya said, "Yeah, that's it. The awards, the awards." No problem, Dr. Latoya. I would love to see you get awards. There are plenty, and then when you guys are thinking about industry awards, there are also plenty of awards that you can get for blog posts and articles and podcasting, all kind of stuff. So there are plenty of awards out there for y'all to get. All right, let's go to Dr. Tachi. Dr. Tachi, which two strategies would work great for positioning your brand as one of the market authorities, making you hard to compete with? And do you have any obstacles to implementing them?
Well, the whole of these would work just fine, as you know. However, I have to concur with my two colleagues that the building social proof in public, I have them now, as Dr. Latoya said, but I have to actually put them someplace so folks can see, and I need to gather more. And then the award. So the thing is, I I have documentary awards, right? That I got, and that's for content, but that's not the content, even though I'm going to get back into documentary filmmaking, that's not the content I'm producing now. And I
It
had
don't
been,
matter.
huh?
It don't matter.
No, that's true. I know it doesn't matter, but I want to go after more of the things that I'm producing now. However, because of being in this content game for a long time, I know how biased those things can be because I've tried and it always goes to, and I'm like, now you know good and damn well. So I've been kind of turned off
Mhm.
from that type of thing because it's so not just who you know, but who knows you.
Yeah.
So, especially being in the content game from looking at the way Hollywood does things, etc. And so now it's a new day and game, but it's the
Mhm.
same game that Hollywood uses. So I need to be better about trying rather than being, oh, forget them. So
Yeah. And kind of like the association, if you want to and you're tired of the way things go, you can create one, right? Because being the host or the founder of an award is just as prestigious as winning one. So don't forget that. You can be a leader in that space and coming up with different types of awards that reward different types of value rather than what Hollywood does. So you can definitely do that too.
even better. Thank you.
No problem, no problem. Kimberly Miles is in the chat and she says she want to do 4, 6, 9, and 10. She want to leverage testimonials. Oh, you gonna come out the mic? Go ahead and tell the people what you said in the
Yeah,
chat
yeah,
then.
excuse me. I'm okay. I'm sorry. I'm in PT. But
Ma'am, stop apologizing and give us
yes.
your answer.
Okay. So I don't remember exactly what all the numbers were, but I remember writing them down right when you were saying them because I knew
Mhm.
that they were something that I need that I wanted. But I definitely the client testimonials I need to leverage more. I think I heard you say that. I did hear you say something about starting joining like an industry group.
Mhm.
If there's not one in my niche to start one, that's something that I'm very interested in. And also I did put in the chat that I have received an award for new and upcoming brand. So I guess I need to leverage that as well.
You don't
And I
miss,
really
you
heard you.
know.
Yeah, and I really heard you when you said even if it's just the one, then leverage it for 5 months. So
Yeah.
so yeah. I can't remember what the others are, but I know that they were significant because I wrote them down. I typed them in. Sorry.
No problem. So if you want to go by number, you said 4, 6, 9, and 10. So 4 was the social proof. Uh,
Mhm.
6 was the association or the organization in your industry. 9 was the state of the niche address. And 10 was the expert or thought leader in residence for someone else's high authority program. So that's
Okay.
what.
So yeah, the niche one, the nine. I think it was nine.
Mm-hmm.
Um, is that the one? The state of the niche.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So as soon as you said that, I thought about something like, the state of foot care in
Mm-hmm.
America or something like that, and that popped into my head when you said that. So that's why I put that down.
That's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Cool
Okay.
beans. Thank you for that. Look, and
Thank
thank you
you.
for coming off the mic. We didn't expect that. All right, all right. All right, let's go to Heather. Heather, our question of the day is which two strategies would work great for positioning your brand as one of the market authorities, making you have fewer or no competition for your offers? And do you have any obstacles to implementing?
Um, just, the obstacle is always me, myself, and I. But I think that I need to build more social proof in public because I do have testimonials as stated previously by others. I just don't use them. Um, and I think that well, so for editing, I would do maybe the membership in an exclusive professional association, just
Mhm.
because that would be kind of cool. And for the news, there's something new brewing on that side of things, and that's why I said that I had a conversation yesterday about forming an association for truly independent news
Mhm.
creators. So
Yep. I
that's
love
that.
that. I love that for you. Send me an inbox, Heather, because me being a veteran of professional associations,
Hmm.
I know like the breakdown of what needs to be in there because I was going to offer that as an actual offer at one time to help people to create their own association. So if you inbox me, I'll send you my information.
Oh, I love you. Thank you. I mean, I love you already, but
But
doubly,
yes,
yes.
feeling the love. All right, Cheryl, which two strategies would work great for positioning your brand as one of the market authorities, making you have little to no competition for your offers? And what, if any, obstacles might you have in implementing?
No obstacles. The public state of niche address and thought leader in residence. I had turned down writer in residence things because with the kid and marriage and everything else that was going on, it was just not conducive for my life. At this point in my life, that's a real opportunity.
Mhm.
The public state of the niche address, that's that's pure genius. Um, that that opens up so many opportunities. I mean, I've been making lists here. I'm already on another page. So yeah, that's what I would do. I would like to say, if I made a Dr. Tachi,
Mhm.
is in creating your own organization, even or even a chapter within an organization, etc. I did this with Romance Writers of America, and it turned out to hit like three or four of um, these opportunities that you shared with us. For instance, mine started a controversy because they tried to say that the founder was not the founder, and she was an
Mm.
African American woman. They decided they were going to take her off.
Oh,
We
okay.
fought and won that battle. Her name is Vivian Stevens. You probably recognize the name,
Mhm.
Shay.
Mhm.
The other thing that happened was I created the multicultural chapter, and we got so much publicity. All the major magazines were contacting us, and they started telling people that we didn't exist. And so we had to fight that. Oh, it was Essence and what's Bob Johnson, Ebony. They got
Mhm.
in on it, and it was a done deal. And then I created an awards, uh, just for the Black writers or multicultural writers, actually. And it went like wildfire. And it was called the Golden Pen Awards. And
Oh, I love
so, again, I didn't have to do it forever. As a matter of fact, I only did it for a season, like 6, 7 months with the most of it, but it served its purpose. And I can't tell you what it did for my business. So anyway, hopefully that will help someone.
cool beans. I appreciate that. So this week we've talked about positioning for your business growth. We talked about the offer and pricing power. We talked about perception and brand experience. We talked about visibility and creating demand. And today we talked about just busting in and taking over with market authority. Does anybody have any questions or any value adds or aha moments concerning this positioning and how it can really just get your brand and your offers in front of the right people, and you don't even have to be in the room because you've done so much work in your positioning. Does anybody have any questions, any value adds, or aha moments?
This was quite nice.
Thank you, Dr. Tachi. I appreciate it. As y'all know, I'm trying to fill in some gaps. We're trying to find out what are some of the uncommon things that we can do that are still impactful, that's not being talked about a lot, but we know that people are doing a lot of things, not just the stuff they talk about all the time. People are doing other things, right? Because once you do those things, then what else is left to do? So there's always something else. So thank you for that, Dr. Tachi. Anybody else? All right, great. So, what's going on in your free business mastermind group this week? Today at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, that's noon. What's happening is we're going to have Collab Live. I'm going to live stream into our free business mastermind group, and I'm going to facilitate some collaboration. So, I'm going to do two things. Oh, no, I need you to do two things. I'm sorry. I need you to bring with you what collaboration you need and also what you're willing to do in exchange to make it a win-win. All right. On Sunday evening, we are having our 14-day August Goals Momentum Sprint. This is in the paid membership. This event is highly effective and highly valuable for members when they're having success in their business and the things that they want to actually manage themselves in time for. So go to shakehannon.com/membership to join. It's best for you to go ahead and get in there before we get started on Sunday so that you can have the impact of this event. All right. This has been the Her First Six Figures Morning Show, which is more of an interactive and coaching experience as part of our free business mastermind group that positions Black and Brown female online service-based entrepreneurs to generate your first six figures by learning how to make the money and create time freedom. I am your host. If you want to find out more about me, Shay Cannon, or how to join our free business mastermind group, how to get our list of strategies from our show notes from today and recent past episodes, I need you to go into the description below. There's information there for you. Also, if you have not already, do me a favor. Come on, pay me back for this good stuff I give you by giving me a thumbs up and liking this episode. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss a thing. And today was just one video of a 4-video series. So check out the other videos. And with that, the studio is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a great day.